All right, so now that you see the numbers, you're going to help you walk through the section of your financial planning side of it, right? And I know for a lot of you, it's not your idea of a great time doing this, but really when you've done all this other work, you're really going to start just really plugging in the numbers. Thanks to all the research and strategizing you've done, most of it, the heavy lifting is really kind of already done, right? So now we're just going to kind of ensure that everything adds up. So in this section, you're going to really want to account for your operating expenses. And we've, as you had in your initial orientation, we talked about setting up the 3 accounts. And you know, every business has a profit and loss statement, and it's kind of simple in how we teach you how to do it. All your money goes into one account. You put all your expenses on a credit card on the other side. The difference between the month, honestly, is your profit or loss. And sometimes I think people make this overly difficult to track. You can track through some different programs that we've also suggested in those sections that will really just kind of walk you through these different things. But you're going to plug these numbers in here, okay? And in this, you're going to really want to take all your operating expenses. It means everything from your marketing budget to your lead generation costs, and then everything else between too. What ink, file folders, thank you cards, postage. They might seem small, but if you're doing a lot of this, it will add up. So what are those? They're advertising, business cards, websites, social media ads, lead generation, online leads, referral fees, networking events. Those should all be part of this. The office supplies you have, from printers to software to subscriptions that add up after time. Transportation, gas, car maintenance, parking. Plug into our other class so you can make sure and then write these off on your taxes. Professional development, what courses you're going to attend, what conferences you're going to attend, right? Dues and memberships. Obviously, the big one is your MLS fees, your association dues. It shouldn't be a surprise when those come due. You have to plan in those and put those in your budget. Insurance, we provide the errors to admission as part of the process here, you know when that comes. But your other insurance, from car insurance, etc., your taxes and licensing, right? We teach you how to keep a third of it out for taxes. It'll probably be too much, but ultimately we show you how to structure that in those classes, right? So once you figured out your expenses, then it's time to re-enter, and then so you figure out what your expenses are. Now we went backwards and engineered what your number was in the previous 2 slides of what you need to get there, okay? And this is really the part that you're going to use, make your business plan and how this works, and you're going to look at those numbers, right? So once you evaluate your assets and you're realizing they don't quite match up with your startup costs, don't panic, right? You know, you just have to kind of go back to the drawing board and look at how much income you're going to need to generate to do that, right? And that's why you'll kind of adjust those numbers once you have the expense side done too, right? This is really worth the time spent, right? It's really worth the time spent, and it might not seem like that so much, but what will happen is if you do this, you won't be just going from thing to thing and at the end of the month saying, oh my gosh, what have I spent and what have I made? Business people look at the numbers regularly. And this will really this is not just having a job and getting your paycheck. And this will be part of the process. Once you take the time to do this, you will be surprised how eye-opening it is. It'll also help you focus on your goals, focus on getting those appointments, focus on pushing towards those closings and that. It's really the thing that will set you apart is someone who succeeds in this business than someone just trying to sell real estate.